Welcome back. Let's have a recap on the different parts of a narrative. First, we have a setting. In the setting, we want to talk about when. It could be the time or the date of the story. Then we have the place. Where did it happen? Next, we have characters. Who are in the story? And then we have events. What happened in the story? Remember the story mountain. To put it more simply, there are 3 parts on a story mountain. There will always be the beginning, the middle, and an end. In between these 3 parts, we have problem, how to solve the problem, and the solution. All these things are linked together to make the narrative. Next, we're going to talk about the language features. So, what are language features? To put it more simply, it is how we can use words and sentences to make a story or text more interesting. Take a look at these 2 texts. This is a part of the text from the chant in chapter 3, and this is a part of the story in chapter 4 that we are learning. I want you to take a close look at it and compare the 2. How do the authors use the words and the sentences differently in a chant and in a story? Now, you may pause the video and see if you can find a few differences between the 2. Welcome back. Now, I'm going to talk about some of the language features of a narrative that you will not find in other texts, such as a chant. First of all, a lot of time narratives are written in past tense. As you can see, these are the verbs in past tense. Also this one, blue. Because often we want to talk about stories that has happened before. Sometimes, especially in children's stories, you can also find stories that are written in present tense so that when you read it, it feels like the story is happening as we speak. Now, inside a story, you can also find dialogues, and within dialogues, pay attention that they are written in present tense because when they talk to them, it is a present tense. As I mentioned just now, in a story, often we have dialogues to describe the things that are said between the characters. And like we have learned before, a dialogue is often enclosed by an open quotation and a closed quotation and a comma. A dialogue is used for, of course, recording what the characters said and talk about. Another use of a dialogue is also to express feelings. For example, look at this one. It takes 25 minutes, said Kelly. Come on, it's 9:45 already. Oh, these views are fantastic. You see, these sentences, these dialogues are ended with an exclamation mark, and it shows some feeling, some excited feeling. Or maybe on this, in this sentence, it means Kelly is very hurried. Okay, so we can use the dialogues to express feelings as well. We use different words to describe how these dialogues are said. Okay, we can use said, we can use ask when they ask a question, or we can also use reply when they reply a question. Can you think of other ways of saying said? We use different ways of saying said to describe how the character say their dialogues, to express their feeling. Now pause the video and think of a few other ways of saying said. Welcome back. So here are the different ways of saying said. Now I'm going to go over a few of them. For example, when you want to say a sentence very quietly, like this, we can say the person whispered. Or we can say when the person is very angry, we can say, Miss Wendy scolded Titty. da 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 da. Or when the person is very happy, you can say, she giggled, she laughed. Okay, or she's very sad, she cried. Or two people are very angry, you can say, they argued. Or somebody's very excited, you can say, he exclaimed. Okay, so there's so many different ways to say said to make your story more interesting. Okay, so as a summary, we have for the different parts of the narratives or some features, we have setting, time, place, characters, events, and we can also have the beginning, middle, and end of a story where we can have the orientation. It's like the beginning, how you set up the story, the problem, the solution. Stories are usually written in past tense and with the dialogues in present tense, and they have dialogues to make the story more interesting. Okay, so that's it. Now you may go ahead to read the story on your own on page 28 and 29. Give it a try to complete part B of the worksheet. After this, Miss Wendy is going to make some other videos to talk about the stories in detail. When you're finished watching those videos, you can come back to take a look at the part B of this worksheet to see if you have the answers correct. Okay? All right, I'll stop the video here. Bye!